Alright, just let you see what I'm up to here. So as you can see, the door needs to be painted. The sides of the door need to be painted. This is actually metal. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Jeff here again. Gonna take you on another one of my adventures. What I'm gonna do today, I just threw all that cardboard out there. I'm gonna be cleaning up all the cardboard and also see the house back behind me. I'm gonna pressure wash that thing, just the front porch mainly. And if I can get to it, I'm gonna paint the shutters and the door. Some more shutters right there. And try to make it look, oh, and trim all the hedges. Try to make it look a little bit better. Okay, so we'll focus on the porch section first. All right, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm gonna go change into something a little bit more comfortable, and then we'll start. All right, so that's enough for the cardboard and stuff. Just getting it out of the house. I'm gonna leave it right here until I cut it up, take it to a recycle bin, and I guess now I'll start on probably trimming the hedges. So what I'm gonna use to trim the hedges, I have a Ryobi electric hedger, and I've used it before. It really works pretty nice. And I've got a 40-volt lithium battery. Got a cover on it. Take that off. Works pretty good. All right, just let you see what I'm up to here. So as you can see, the door needs to be painted. The sides of the door need to be painted. This is actually metal, which surprised me. See it rusting? Now, this is wood. It's a metal door. I'm going to try to tackle that today, along with painting the shutters, because they're all faded and needs another color. And I'm gonna trim these hedges, which these are way overgrown here. These are doing better. They just need a light trim. Try to get everything away from the railing. See that on the railing? That's the, looks like it's the Spanish moss growing on the railing. So I'll clean that up, and these posts. First thing I'm gonna do is trim this portion right here so I can use that chair right there to rest, which now it's in the sun. It wasn't in the sun a minute ago. All right, I'm gonna have to probably find me another location to rest up. This is gonna be a booger here. It's a pretty big one, but I'm kind of gonna have to bring it down to below where I want to keep it trimmed, and it won't look good at first, but it'll eventually look pretty good. So let me get started right here. Okay. All right, let's get started. All right, I'm going to use my trusty pruners here. Man, I've had these a long time. They work so good. Wish I could find another pair like them. I bought this Hart pruner, 2 amp hour, small pruner, 6-inch blade or bar. I've used it a little bit, man, that thing works good. I just wanted to try out Hart. It was a lot less than the other ones, like the Still and DeWalt. It just ate through this one. So easy. What's this? That's about 1 inch thick. Let you take a look at some of these I've been cutting. Not real thin, pretty thick, and it just cuts right through them. So right now I'm cutting in between the railing and the hedge, because they're coming all out. And I'll probably trim the top off of these, or at least trim them back some. That did a pretty good job. pretty quick. Just need to tighten it up a little bit. I really like that battery powered hedger. And you can see where I just shaved off the front to line it up. Try to line it up with that other one. So still a little bit more to cut off. That works good. Looks good. Okay, well that pruner works good. Haven't had a problem with it yet. Chain hasn't come off. Got a lot of power. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. I am going to trim it right to the edge of the house. Okay, I'm going to use my hand pruners to get that stuff next to the brick. That looks good. All right, I think that is all the trimming I'm going to do today. Now, I will probably run over it one more time just to get all the stragglers in a day or two. But the next thing is getting this front porch pressure washed. I don't know if I told you, but they're not the same, which is really weird. This is a different hedge. Let's look at this one. Then this looks like boxwood. I can't remember what this is called. Hollyberry. All right, I thought I was gonna have to go get my pressure washer from my mom's, but there was one in the garage. They're 2000 PSI too. Pretty cool. All right, let me see if I can get this thing running. There's no telling how long it's been since it ran. All right, so I just pressure washed the shutters over there, and there was a lot of oxidation on them. See the difference? Let's see, where are those other ones? See what those look like compared to these. Now I'm sure once they dry, they're not gonna look that good. All right, so now I'm gonna pressure wash the porch just to get it ready for painting.
So boring.
Boy, don't those look a lot better? Be nice if they would stay that clean and non-oxidized. But once they dry, they probably won't look that bad. Just like that door. Door looks a little, see the difference where it's drying? Can't remember if I missed that or if it's drying. It's probably drying. So it came fairly clean, at least the big stuff. I'm gonna do this one next. And this concrete. But I'm gonna hit it with some bleach afterwards. That should take care of it. All right, so what I did was I taped up, hang on, okay. Taped everything up so I could just stick my cardboard up here and wouldn't have to worry about getting paint on everything. And I'm using this Krylon Fusion all-in-one paint and primer. It's supposed to have 5 times stronger adhesive. No peel guarantee. So I'm using this satin black as the base coat because these are vinyl shutters and they've oxidated pretty bad. So this should give me the adhesion that I need. And then I'm going to top coat it with some Color Max paint and primer, satin black. So far so good. Now I'll show you what I did to that one that I didn't show you earlier. Sand it down, wipe it off with a 220, well, this is fine. It's probably around 220 grit sandpaper, and tape it up and paint it. Well, had to take a break. Started raining. It should stop pretty soon. A sauna. All right, the rain has stopped. All right, so let's take a look at what we have so far. All right, I've got one set painted right there. Working on this other one. Oop. It's kind of interesting that when I sand it, it almost brings it back to the original color. It takes off all that oxidation. So let's get to work on these two. taped up, sanded, cleaned, ready to do some painting. It's raining again. It's raining again. Since it seems like it's not gonna stop raining, I'm gonna go ahead and, I need to get some primer on this anyway. I'm gonna sand the door and the trim and then start putting a coat of primer on it. All right, we're gonna do some sanding. And it kind of looks like the rain is settling in and is not going to go away for a while. So let's see what we have so far. All right, kind of looks like a crazy house with that door painted up like that. You want to come inside? Alrighty, so I used some Zinsser Bullseye 123 primer. I've used this a lot. For the primer on the wood, well, that's metal. On the wood, metal there, metal there. The rest of it's wood. And I'm about to roll on using a foam roller, which is the best for doors and cabinets. Glidden Fundamentals Black Exterior Satin. This should work pretty good. It's specifically made for doors, windows, and shutters. And I forgot to get a tray, so I'm going to use a plastic bucket, which works just as good. Trying to get this done before, at least get the first coat on it. Trying to get the first coat on it before tomorrow, so I can put the second coat on it. Well, it's almost that time again, quitting time. Let's see how much we got done. Ooh, look. Let me turn this baby around. All right, you can kind of see now how it's gonna look. I've got all 3 front windows except the porch windows. The shutters for the windows done. I like it. I like it. Now the porch shutters and that door, black door, that's gonna really pop out. I've got the door open now, trying to help with drying it, the cool air inside the house. I'm not sure how much more I'm gonna get done tonight because it's, I think, 6:37, something like that. Let's take a look at the shutters up close. That really looks good. It's a satin finish, and I think that is the way to go. I'm gonna keep the tape on there until I put at least 1 more coat, maybe 2. Now these are the 2 I've just done. This was the last one I did, and it's dry, but I can tell that I could peel off the paint if I tried. It's not dry enough. And let's look at the first shutters that we did. This is the very first one I did, and it's completely dry, completely dry. And again, that's just 1 coat. All right. I'll finish tomorrow. Don't know when tomorrow, but I will finish tomorrow because I have to head back home. All right, I closed the door so we can kind of see how this is gonna look with the black door and the black shutters. Painting those other 4 shutters are really gonna help. I like it.
One day later.
All right, good morning everyone. Another day. It rained all day yesterday. It's raining this morning when I got up. You gotta deal with what you get, man. All right, let's see what it looks like. So we got the shutters, painted the door, and those shutters. I just have the shutters on the porch, another coat of black on the door, and paint the trim white. And then I'll be done at least with the first coat. And then I'll have the second coat, which should be pretty fast if I have enough paint. All right, back to work. You can see the door definitely needs probably, I'm thinking 2 more coats. Probably 2 coats on the trim also. And 2 coats on the, basically 2 coats on everything. Maybe 3 coats on the door. And voila, 2 more painted. All right, only 2 more shutters. I can feel the light, actually see the light. I feel it too at the end of the tunnel. I have painted the trim white. 1 coat of Glidden Fundamentals Grab and Go White exterior paint. So I actually accidentally got flat. Did not mean to get that. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. Day 3. I'm done with all the painting. Just have to do some more cleaning up and take the tape off. So let's walk back here and see what we have. Well, I got a little bit more painting to do up top of those shutters. I forgot about that. Okay, so I'll have a before and after so we can see what we think. Let's look at just the porch. It looks like a fancy looking porch, don't it? Oh, okay, it'll look better without that blue tape on the glass around the shutters. So let me clean up and then I'll take a final pick. All right, it's getting late, about 7:20 p.m. So let's go ahead and pull all the tape off. This tape helped a lot. Oh man, somebody's grilling. Smells so good. I think I'm gonna have to go get me a hamburger or a steak. All right, there's all my tape, my paint. Let me put that up and then I'll show you the final end results. Okie dokie, there she is. There she is. Painted the shutters, doors, trimmed all the hedges. Okay, well, don't have a whole lot of sun left. Hopefully it comes off good in the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shutters, door, and trim around the door, and also prime the railings because paint was peeling, and trim the hedges. All right, I think I might be done with the outside. Oh man, that feels so good because I am slap dab worn out. Okay, it's getting really late now. See how it looks with the sun going down. Not too shabby.